Now, listen, you guys, it seems like Missy Lee is coming through with some tea on Bongo too. And we're also going to be talking about this entire situation with Future seemingly wanting to backtrack on the beef with Drake. And at the same time, the Transformer is coming through with a snippet of a new music after Nicki Minaj announced, that her album is going to be coming. And Camila Gray is not here for the likes of Lil Wayne and Drake in as far as their loyalty towards Nicki Minaj. And there are some new updates when it comes to Lil Durk. Ariana Grande is feeling some type of way about the Grammys. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us talk about Missy Lee and the tea that he has on Bongo 2. Now, for those of you who do not know, Jason Lee came out there before Bongo 2 hosted the VMAs and said that, well, he had some tea on Bongo 2 and he was just waiting for some receipts. And he did say that, well, he will give her the time to perform at the VMAs without no controversy and stuff like that. So it seems like finally, he is speaking up after people were like, okay, Jason, do you even have anything? Because you came out here and said this and nothing. So finally, he did say that, well, the tea is that allegedly at Michael Rubin's party, Bongo 2 and Winnie Harlow got into a fight, according to Missy Lee, okay? And up to now, he, of course, has not released any receipts about that. And what we also do not understand is was it a physical altercation? Was it like a verbal exchange? What type of fight was that exactly? And who was in the wrong? We need to know all the details. And of course, you do know that, well, when it comes to Bongo 2, the Golden Horse, a lot of people, I feel like, well, people let her slide, people let her get away with a lot of things. And so people are saying if she is problematic enough to get into it with Winnie Harlow, what's to say that, well, she's not problematic enough to get into it with other people, seeing that that's the same logic that people were using when it comes to Tory Lanez, because, well, he had a beef with August Alsina. They got into an altercation, so it's the same thing with Bongo too. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Do you think that that was probably a physical altercation, or do you think that, well, maybe it was just a verbal exchange? And I really just wonder what could have been the cause of that, because I mean, where do they meet? Where do their lines cross when it comes to like Winnie and Bongo too? Like I don't see the correlation there, in my own opinion, between those two women. They're not in the same field, so I don't understand. Okay, I do know for a fact, however, that Winnie is a bab. I know that for a fact, but I think I've seen them partying together before as well. I think it was at the Transformers birthday party or event or something like that. And at the same time, you guys, people were also discussing about why Missy Lee is on Bongo 2's case like that. And some people in the comment sections were saying that Bongo 2 and the Transformer, it seems like there is tension, and it seems like they will never come out publicly to acknowledge the tension or the beef that is happening between the two of them. But, Missy Lee is basically going in hard on Bongo 2 on behalf of the Transformer. That's what people were also speculating, in the comment section. And some people were also pointing out the fact that, well, Missy Lee did wait until the elections were over, and, he managed to become the councilman before he came for Bongo 2, because he did not want that smoke with a fraudulent nation, because they would have probably, just flexed on him, and that would have probably costed him, the election. So let me know what you think about all of this mess. Let me just quickly insert that snippet of Missy Lee speaking on this situation.
Megan, listen, I wish you the best. You seem happy today. Megan, listen, I wish you the best. You seem happy today. Everybody keeps asking me to release the tea on Megan that I said I was going to release. She got in a fight with Winnie Harlow at Michael Rubin's party. I don't have all the full details yet, and I'm waiting on the video. But I've texted Megan and Winnie, so there you go. Boom. Hold on. Have a good weekend. It's time for thoughts and prayers.
Well, There you heard that, you guys. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Future and Drake, okay? It seems like Future is now missing his old-time bestie, okay? It seems like he is missing Jeezy for Sheezy at this point in time, because the narratives that are being spun around and people that are coming around, coming out trying to say that, oh, they squashed their beef and stuff like that. I'm just like, Future, if you miss your friend, just apologize and go back. So according to academics, he's claiming that Future did say that he didn't know that Kendrick was going to diss Drake on like that. Okay. And I'm like, what do you mean you didn't know that he was going to diss Drake? Because at the end of the day, you still did listen to the track. You saw it fit that well. I will release this. You knew exactly what was going on. If you missed being on the charts like that, please just be honest. Okay. And stop acting like you didn't know. Stop acting oblivious. And this is the thing with people who are quick to jump on bandwagons. Okay. Because if you're my friend and we have issues, why are you linking up with my non-op? Like, what is that? Why are you linking up with my non-op and applauding them whilst they come for me, and then later on you want to what? To spin the block and come back to me? No, 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 no. It's not happening. And for the fact that the mere fact that my op is comfortable enough to diss me on your song says a lot. What were you saying to that ninja behind the scenes? That's what I want to know. What made Kendrick comfortable to diss Drake, your friend, on your song? I'm not even a fan of Judas Degrassi. Like, I'm not even a fan of his like that, in as far as his personality, character, and like disloyalty. But like, let's call a spade, okay? You did move weird, Future, okay? But let's see if they're going to be able to squash their beef. But if I were Drake, I would keep my eyes open to see who's got me and who doesn't have my back as well. But I'm like, he dishes it, so you surely should be able to take it, okay? To him, loyalty means nothing, okay? Speaking about Drake and his loyalty, another person who's not here for this nonsense is none other than Camila Gray. This man is a barb, and I do see him speaking up each and every single time that people treat Nicki Minaj some type of way. Now, this is what Camila Gray had to say. He said, Drake and Wayne can't act so clueless when it comes to loyalty all the time. Now, I why Shorty be so tight, not gonna lie. She risking her whole reputation on rants to defend them, and their response really be, LOL, I'm neutral, chill. When it's on the rotation. Maybe New York has just moved different. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. And I get what he's saying. And this is what a lot of people really have been saying, that listen, when it comes to Nicki Minaj, they act oblivious. They act like they don't even know what is happening. But she in turn gives them, rewards them with loyalty that's unmatched. And sometimes it really does annoy me, even as a fan. Like, girl, why are you going so hard for these people? Why are you risking your reputation for these people? Why are you defending them like that? Okay. It gets to me sometimes. Sometimes I just wish Nicki would just take the back seat and watch these people being treated anyhow, because none of them are stepping up to defend her. It's very funny to me when I say this, when I say that Nicki should take a step back and just watch as people are being unfair, because I'm literally the same. So I can't even take my own advice. I'm not even going to lie, you guys. Like, it could be an op, like literally in a corporate setting, somebody that I know doesn't even like me. But when I see people treating them in an unfair way, trust me, I'm going to be there. Swinging and speaking up on their behalf. I don't know. And it's not even out of loyalty. It's just out of wanting to see others being treated fairly. Because sometimes you would expect that, well, that would be my moment to rejoice and say, oh, wow, now you got how it feels. But my heart still breaks for them. And I've been like that since, I don't know. And it's to my detriment, especially in the corporate world, because you do know, guys, that when it comes to the corporate, it can be brutal. And I'm that person who's like, well, I don't like this B, but like, listen, what you're doing to her is not right. I don't think you should be treating her like that. And I'll literally stick beside that person. But anyway, I wish Nicki would move differently, but I wish I could also move differently in certain situations. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the Transformer So you guys, yesterday, Nicki Minaj announced, of course, her album that's going to be coming out on the 13th of December. And it seems like shortly after, the Transformer decided to bless us with a snippet of her own music, which she attached together with a Grammy nomination. It's basically thanking the people for supporting her and celebrating a Grammy nomination for enough, saying that, oh, well, even she herself, that's the funny thing about the caption, you guys. The caption clearly shows that even she herself knows that that song did not even deserve to get a nomination, because she was out there justifying and saying that, well, it's even light work. The fact that this song is light work to me, the fact that this song is not even my best. And I'm like, even she knows, like um, anyone with sense can tell that that song did not deserve a nomination. But I don't know up to what extent do they expect to continue, with the theatrics. So this is what the Transformer captioned the picture. She said, so grateful. And the fact that this song is my light work. Ooh, this album, honey. Anyway, thank you guys. Enjoy your day. And I'm like, it's not your light work. You really did feel like it was your best. That's why it was your single for the album. So let's not act like she knows herself that it's not even worth a Grammy nomination. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. And some people feel weird about the timing. They feel like this girl waits for Nicki Minaj to say something so that she can come together and they will be attached in the same algorithm, because it was literally minutes after Nicki Minaj announced her album. This is when this girl decided to preview her snippet. And I don't know if it's coincidence or obsession. I will let you be the judge of that. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Ariana Grande. Now, it is safe to say that a lot of people are now catching up on the Grammys and their bias and their foolery and stuff like that. Because Ariana Grande felt some type of way to the point where she allegedly unfollowed the Recording Academy on Instagram after the announcement of course, of the nominees. And I'm just looking like, okay, some people have been saying the same thing for the longest of time, but people were like, oh my god, it doesn't matter. And I like it when Nicki is way ahead of her time, when she exposes people and people catch on a decade later, because I'm like, all these artists that are now seeing how much of a joke this award is. Nicki has been saying the same thing for so many years, and the fact that even up to now, Katy Perry doesn't have a single Grammy nomination. However, lottery tickets, Big Mama. It's good nominations. For me, that's a joke. Listen, that is an absolute joke if you ask me. And personally, I do wish Republic would just stop submitting Nicki Minaj's work, because the disrespect that keeps on happening is wild. Okay, at what point are they going to understand that they are never going to give Nicki a Grammy, and they are not ashamed about it? I wish they would just move like Drake, when he decided that he will not be submitting again. I do wish that they would do the same for Nicki Minaj. They've proven their point at this point, and uh, just stop submitting. Just stop it. Okay. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Armon Wiggins and Akbar V. So it seems like Amon decided to go out there for lunch or whatever, for a date with his sister, Akbar V. First of all, I didn't know that they were cool like that, but it seems like they are cool. And it seems like the Transformer fans were not here for it, because they felt like he was doing it out of spite, for Cardi B, because you do know that Akbar V and the Transformer don't see eye to eye. And the fact that Amon is now out there hanging with Akbar V after he fell out with, of course, the Transformer, people feel like, oh my god, he's being malicious. So this is what she said. She said, ever thought that Akbar V and I hated each other, and she and I both decided to give the other person a chance and realized you're actually cool? Like, why is that a problem? I don't give an F who she's beefing with. That's not my business. A lot of people try to write me off as messy, and I appreciate her taking the time to get to know me and making her own decision. And she said, and he said, I'm sorry, that's Amon. He said, I'm convinced a lot of y'all are really haters and don't want to see a person grow. Y'all would rather me sit up here and stand all day one specific person for years and nothing to show for it. Well, that's not gonna happen because it's not my interest. And then and then somebody said, okay, but you did that to yourself. 90% of your content is involving yourself in female business. So, and he said, well, wouldn't that make sense that I start building a rapport with most of them since I have this lane in a chokehold? You slow MF, okay? And so he said also, to think I only linked with Akbar to spite Cardi will get you blocked. I'm really getting tired of y'all one way of thinking. My identity doesn't exist through the lenses of a female rapper. Even though ever thought that I'm a cool talented behind ninja that talks about female rap, and just maybe I start to build a rapport with certain people. Any person with a brain knows this is what I should be doing. And honestly, I'm just like, with this entire the Transformer and Amon situation, it's very exhausting, and only he knows his intention for linking up with Akbar V. And he also said, let's be clear, we didn't discuss her once. How now I did meet three behind people with her, a music distribution exec, a realtor to the stars, and well, just don't try me. And that's what I'm focused on, myself and building with people that want to build with me. Some of y'all will never understand the program, so just sit back and watch. Yo, so yeah, this is a link up that I definitely didn't see coming, but I do believe that maybe indeed they didn't talk about the Transformer at all. The timing can be a little bit questionable, so I do see where the Transformer fans are coming from. I do see why they would feel some type of way, but I mean, it's Armon Wiggins. Sooner or later, this was going to happen. Okay. And I feel like partly to a certain extent, I'm happy for him that he then realized that those people are not his friends, because that time that he would be going back and forth with Ken Bobby and saying, oh my God, I spoke to the Transformer and we had a phone call. You don't know what. I was low key just feeling sad for him, because all he just wanted was to be accepted. And then people used him and literally dumped him. Okay, when they felt like, well, he was no longer relevant to a success or things like that. But anyway, they did use a couple of other media, personalities that I shall not mention by name. Some of you do ask me if those people still exist in the comment section. You know who I'm talking about. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Lil Uzi. I saw this conversation going on, and people were saying that Lil Uzi's Eternal Take 2 is actually expected to debut with 60,000 units first week. And of course, that's a conversation where people are asking, what is happening? What do you mean that is expected to debut with 60K? Because the original Eternal Take did 288,000, and the pink tape did 100 and something thousand. And so for Eternal Take to do this, people are like, what's happening with him and stuff like that. Now let me know in the comment section, you guys, what do you think is going on in as far as that is concerned? Now the last thing that we're going to be talking about, Aalia Banks is out there coming hard for Bongo 2, and with Aalia, I can't keep up at this point. I don't know if she's a rap girly or if she does commentary like the rest of us, because the only time that I talk about Aalia on this platform is when she's commenting, and that at the time that she did a remix to Tinashe's Nasty. I felt like she did well, but the rest of the time it's just going in on the female rappers. So this is what she said. She said, I've said time and time again, Big Crit is the answer to the exact same D of artfulness and uniqueness I feel keeps me from enjoying Megan. She's not unlikable, but she's definitely not a fev. She's just skimming the foam on an okay latte. Indifference is a really, really bad thing to have about an artist. At least when people dislike you, there is a strong emotion involved, which is ultimately still viable. Meg is just very, very uninteresting, and so is her music. She's like the Burger King of female rap. Azalia, she's not super amazing, like in and out. No, is she so unbelievably disgusting? It's good, like McDonald's. She's just okay, edible, but would much rather something that gets me off on tasting so amazing. I can rant about how much I love it and bring all my friends, or tasting like absolute garbage, so I can rant about how much I dislike it, then order it again in secret. King is never anyone's first choice, lol. And this is so nasty, Azalia, and this is absolutely mean. This is so mean. And she was responding to somebody who said Megan can rap, she has flows and breath control on the mic, but her ideas and song concepts are so basic, it does nothing for me. And I get that, okay? I get what they're saying, but I'm just like, Azalia just goes the extra mile. Like, some of the reads are not even necessary. Like, just don't do this to Bogotu. She's not even my favorite, but Azalia, wow. You just likened this woman's artistry and career to Beggar King. Oh my God. But that being said, I get what she's saying. And I think I've also been saying that she, as an artist, is very boring, if we're going to be honest. And imagine if she didn't get that much of a push that she's getting right now, it would be crickets. It would be crickets. She's just not that interesting. She's a pretty face. I get that. She can actually write. I get that. She can rap. But there's just something about her when it comes to star power that's not entertaining. Cousin Sloth, in my own opinion, is a way more entertaining personality than the Transformer, in my own opinion. Okay, Cousin Sloth, she is, I don't know, but anyway, you guys, I need to go for lunch. So thank you very much for watching, you guys, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. For those of you that came through with some advice yesterday when I was telling you about my issues and stuff like that, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I value your advice. I value the sisterhood. Thank you so much. And until my next one, see you.